Imagine waking up 10,000 years ago. There are no cities, no roads, no money, no banks, no jobs, no electricity. The only sounds you hear are birds, insects, and the distant growls of wild animals. Everything you own fits inside a small bundle. Every meal must be earned. Every night could be your last. But even in this ancient world, not everyone lived the same life. Some people struggled every single day just to survive. Others had families, food, respected skills, and even influence over entire communities. Wealth existed long before coins were invented. Today, we're traveling back 10,000 years to discover what your life would look like at every wealth level. Let's begin. You own almost nothing. Your entire life depends on today's hunt or today's gathering. If you fail, you don't eat. You have no permanent home. Every few days, your group moves to a new location, following animals, fresh water, or edible plants. Your shelter is made from branches, leaves, and animal hides. It takes only a few hours to build and just minutes to abandon. Every sunrise begins with uncertainty. The first task is finding water. Without clean water, survival becomes impossible. Streams, rivers, and small lakes are your only options. But predators know that too. A simple trip for water could mean encountering wolves, bears, or a rival human group. Food is never guaranteed. Some days you find berries, roots, or nuts. Other days you return with nothing. If hunters fail to catch an animal for several days, hunger spreads through the entire group. Children cry. The elderly become weaker. Everyone feels the pressure. There are no savings, no emergency supplies. Your stomach is your bank account, and it's almost always empty. Clothing is made from rough animal skins tied together with leather strips. They keep you warm, but they're heavy, uncomfortable, and wear out quickly. Every tool is precious. A sharp stone knife might take hours to make. Breaking it could mean losing your best chance at preparing food or defending yourself. Illness is terrifying. There are no doctors, no medicine. Even a deep cut can become infected. A broken leg often means death. Life expectancy is short, not because humans are weak, but because nature is relentless. Every day is a test, and every sunset feels like an achievement. Still, you're not completely alone. Your greatest asset isn't food, it isn't weapons, it's your tribe. Without them, survival is almost impossible. People share food when they can. Parents protect every child. Experienced hunters teach younger members where to find game. Around the evening fire, stories are told, not for entertainment, but to pass down survival knowledge. Which berries are poisonous? Which rivers flood? Where dangerous animals hunt? Knowledge becomes more valuable than gold. Yet life remains incredibly difficult. One harsh winter, one failed migration, or one serious injury can erase everything. For the poorest people of this ancient world, every single day is a battle against extinction, and tomorrow offers no promises. But not everyone lives this way. Some people have something far more valuable than luck. They have stability. Your life is still difficult. But unlike the survivor, you no longer spend every week wandering through forests looking for food. Your family has settled near a reliable river. For the first time, you have something your ancestors rarely experienced. A place you can truly call home. Your house isn't impressive. It's built from wood, mud, reeds, and stone. The roof leaks when heavy rain falls. The walls crack during harsh summers. But every season, you repair it instead of abandoning it. That simple difference changes everything. You begin growing food instead of only searching for it. Small fields of early wheat and barley surround your village. You plant seeds. You wait. You protect your crops from birds, insects, and hungry animals. Months later, your work finally pays off. Not every harvest succeeds. A drought can destroy everything. Floods can wash away months of labor overnight. But when the harvest is good, your family finally experiences something new. Extra food. Instead of eating every meal immediately, you dry grains, store seeds, and prepare for winter. It's the first form of savings. Your wealth isn't measured in coins, it's measured in baskets filled with food. Neighbors respect families whose storage pits remain full after winter. People know exactly who planned ahead and who didn't. Life becomes more predictable. Children grow up in the same village. Friendships last for years instead of months. The elderly no longer need to travel constantly. For the first time in human history, communities begin to grow. Yet comfort brings new risks. Permanent settlements attract thieves. Wild animals learn where food is stored. Disease spreads more easily when many families live together. You may survive hunger, only to fall victim to illness. Even so, compared to wandering endlessly across dangerous landscapes, you've become wealthy. Not because you're rich, but because tomorrow is slightly easier than today. Now your value isn't based on what you own. It's based on what you can do. Maybe you're the village's best toolmaker. Perhaps you're an expert potter. Maybe you're known for creating stronger bows, sharper stone blades, or warmer clothing from animal hides. People seek you out. They bring food in exchange for your work. One family offers grain, another offers meat. Someone else trades animal skins. There is still no money. But trade is becoming more sophisticated. Your hands create wealth. You spend years mastering techniques that few others understand. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. Your tools become stronger. Your products become more reliable. Eventually, your reputation spreads beyond your own village. Travelers arrive carrying goods from distant settlements. They've heard about your craftsmanship. Some walk for days just to trade with you. For the first time, your skills create opportunities that hunting never could. You don't have to risk your life chasing dangerous animals every morning. Instead, your knowledge feeds your family. People protect skilled workers because everyone benefits from their expertise. If the village loses its best toolmaker, everyone suffers. Respect becomes another form of wealth. You may not own the largest house, but your opinion matters. People ask for your advice. Young apprentices want to learn from you. Parents hope their children develop talents similar to yours. Your greatest investment isn't land, it isn't food, it's experience. And unlike food, knowledge cannot be stolen. Now you've reached a level few people ever achieve. Your wealth is no longer measured by your personal possessions. It's measured by influence. Perhaps you're the oldest member of the settlement. Maybe you're the wisest hunter. Or perhaps generations of successful harvests have earned your family enormous respect. When problems arise, people gather around your fire. When neighboring villages disagree, you're asked to negotiate. When food becomes scarce, you decide how supplies are shared. Leadership isn't about luxury. It's about responsibility. Everyone watches your decisions. A poor choice could divide the entire community. A wise one could save dozens of lives. Your family owns larger grain stores than most. You may oversee several farming areas. Perhaps your relatives care for the village's livestock. People naturally trust those who consistently provide stability. Children know your name. Visitors recognize your authority immediately. Even celebrations revolve around your guidance. Harvest festivals, marriage ceremonies, seasonal rituals. Your voice carries weight. But influence comes with pressure. If crops fail, people expect answers. If conflict begins, they expect protection. If disease spreads, they expect leadership. The higher your status, the greater your burden. Because in this ancient world, real wealth isn't about living an easier life. It's about becoming someone others depend on. And above every respected leader, exists an incredibly rare group of people, individuals whose names will be remembered for generations. You've reached a level of wealth that only a handful of families in the region possess. Your home is larger than the others. Your storage pits remain full even after a long winter. You own healthy livestock, goats, sheep, or cattle, animals that provide milk, meat, hides, and future offspring. People don't just recognize your face, they recognize your family. Your children grow up with advantages others never experience. They don't spend every waking hour searching for food. Instead, they learn valuable skills, build relationships with neighboring villages, and prepare to continue your family's success. Travelers often stop at your settlement to trade. Many of them seek you first. You have something everyone wants: extra grain, healthy animals, high-quality tools, and perhaps most importantly, trust. People know your family keeps its promises. That reputation becomes priceless. During difficult years, smaller families ask for your help. Sometimes you share food freely. Other times, They promise future labor or future harvests in return. Without realizing it, you're helping create one of humanity's oldest economic systems. Wealth is beginning to generate even more wealth. At this level, your influence extends far beyond a single village. Several communities recognize your authority. You organize hunting expeditions involving dozens of people. You help settle disputes before they become violent. You negotiate peace with neighboring tribes. When danger approaches, everyone looks to you. Not because you're the strongest, but because you've earned their confidence. You don't fight every battle yourself. Others willingly stand beside you. Your greatest asset is people. A respected leader can unite hundreds of individuals who would never survive alone. Large feasts celebrate successful harvests and important alliances. Food is shared, stories are told, promises are made. These gatherings strengthen the bonds that hold entire communities together. From the outside, your life may appear comfortable, but leadership carries enormous pressure. Every decision affects hundreds of lives. One poor harvest, one failed alliance, or one unnecessary conflict could destroy everything your people have built. True power isn't freedom, it's responsibility. Only a tiny number of people ever reach this level. Your name survives long after you're gone. Children hear stories about your achievements around evening fires. Perhaps you founded one of the region's first permanent settlements. Perhaps you discovered fertile land that fed generations. Maybe you united rival tribes into a peaceful community, or introduced farming methods that changed thousands of lives. You aren't remembered because you own the most food. You aren't remembered because your house was the largest. You're remembered because you changed history. Your greatest legacy isn't wealth, it's impact. Thousands of years later, archaeologists uncover the remains of villages like yours. Stone tools, ancient homes, storage pits, animal bones, fragments of pottery. Each discovery tells the same story. Civilization didn't appear overnight. It was built by ordinary people making extraordinary decisions. Every field planted, every shelter built, every child taught, every community protected. These small actions slowly transformed humanity forever. Looking back, it's easy to assume that people living 10,000 years ago were all equally poor. But that's far from the truth. Even without money, even without banks, even without written language, people still recognized wealth. At the lowest levels, wealth meant surviving until tomorrow. A little higher, it meant having enough food to last through winter. Then, it became valuable skills. Then, respect. Then, influence. And finally, a legacy that outlived a lifetime. Today, we measure wealth with numbers on a screen. Back then, wealth was measured by something much more fragile. Could you feed your family? Could you protect your community? Would people trust you when everything was at risk? Those questions mattered far more than gold ever could. In many ways, they still do. Because while the world has changed beyond recognition, the true purpose of wealth has always remained the same. Not simply to own more, but to create a safer, better future for the people who depend on you. And that's a definition of wealth that has survived for over 10,000 years.